In the grand tapestry of history, few threads are as vibrant and enduring as that of Rome. Its story, a saga of myth, ambition, and brutal conquest, begins not in marble halls, but in the realm of legend. It all starts with the Trojan hero Aeneas, whose descendants, the twin brothers Romulus and Remus, were born under a dark prophecy. Their mother, the Princess Rhea Silvia, was forced into celibacy as a Vestal virgin, but the god of war Mars intervened, fathering the two boys who were destined for greatness. The usurper king, fearing their claim, ordered them cast into the river Tiber. Yet fate had other plans. The infants washed ashore, where they were miraculously suckled by a she-wolf and later discovered and raised by a humble shepherd named Faustulus. Years later, the twins, now grown and aware of their lineage, decided to found a city of their own. A dispute arose over who should rule and where the city should be built. They turned to the gods for a sign, an augury of vultures. On the Aventine Hill, Remus saw 6, but on the Palatine Hill, Romulus saw 12. The divine favor was clear, yet the argument escalated into a fatal confrontation. In a fit of rage over his brother's mockery of his new walls, Romulus struck Remus down. Upon this tragic, fratricidal foundation on the blood of his own brother, Romulus established his city in 753 BC and named it Rome. The nascent city grew under a line of 7 kings. Romulus I populated his city of men by orchestrating the infamous abduction of the Sabine women, an act of violence that paradoxically led to the union of the two peoples. He was followed by the pious Numa Pompilius, a king who brought peace and established Rome's most sacred religious institutions and its calendar. The subsequent warrior kings expanded Rome's dominion, their reigns marked by legendary feats of arms like the duel between the 3 Romang Horatii brothers and the 3 Quirites champions from Alba Longa. This era of monarchy, however, would end in tyranny under the final king, Lucius Tarquinius Superbus. The catalyst for revolution came with the tragic assault of the virtuous noblewoman Lucretia by the king's own son. Her public suicide ignited the fury of the Roman people. Led by the impassioned Lucius Junius Brutus, who brandished the dagger Lucretia had used, the enraged citizens rose up. They swore an oath to never again be ruled by a king and successfully drove the Tarquins into exile. In 509 BC, a new era dawned with the birth of the Roman Republic. Power, once held by one, was now vested in 2 annually elected consuls. Yet this new republic was immediately fraught with internal strife. The conflict of the orders saw the common people, the plebeians, secede from the city in protest against the patrician elite. This struggle for rights led to the creation of the tribunes of the plebs, officials with the power to protect the common citizens, and culminated in the creation of the 12 Tables, Rome's first written code of laws, displayed for all to see in the Forum. The fledgling republic was forged in fire. It faced immediate existential threats, most famously from the Etruscan king Lars Porsena, whose siege was thwarted by the legendary heroism of figures like Horatius Cocles, who single-handedly defended a bridge against an entire army. A generation later, in 390 BC, a horde of Gauls descended upon Rome, sacking and burning the city to the ground. This devastating defeat instilled in the Roman spirit a relentless resilience and a deep-seated fear of Gallic invasion. Rising from the ashes, Rome rebuilt and reformed its military. Through the long and arduous Samnite Wars, the legions were honed into a disciplined and adaptable fighting force. By the early 3rd century BC, Rome had triumphed, establishing its dominance over the entire Italian peninsula and laying the groundwork for an empire that would one day rule the known world.